This is Tuesday, the 12th of July, and I'm going to do a walk around to show what was done yesterday. The tree is the pecan tree. Um, it started raining yesterday, really bad storm, and it was about time for them to stop anyway. It was like 3 o'clock. And so anyway, we talked about when they'll return on this. The ground's saturated, and it's supposed to storm again this week. So, and I'm trying to decide. I found a local guy that has here in Jay that has a sawmill. So I'm trying to decide about this tree, what I'm going to do, what kind of pieces I want to put it in, and how I get it to the sawmill. Because it sure would make some fine wood. The guy that was cutting it yesterday told me that even though a lot of this part is rotted from the lightning that got it, he thinks that the rest of it's probably pretty solid. But you never know till you get into it. But anyway, that's where that is standing. And I'm glad to say that this old buried propane tank apparently is not a problem. Thompson's cut that off and filled it for me with something, foam, whatever, to make it safe. And those huge big trucks were in here yesterday, not only cutting the tree but then shredding everything, chipping everything. And they, we talked about this, and they backed up right on it. So, and they were pretty heavy. You can kind of see the marks in the ground. Yeah, so anyway, all the limbs along the side of the property, of course, this little stuff we can get ourselves. I can get myself, or somebody helping me. My friend Wayne might do it one of these days when he's over here helping me. And this sure looks a lot different, huh? No more limb on my building. They left the upper ones, which is wonderful. I'll still have some pecans from this one, and I'm sure I'll have some out back too. They just got the lower limbs. I'm surprised they didn't cut. I guess that's not in my yard. I was going to say there's a rotten limb up there. And I had all of them taken out here except for the one on the end. I think that'll fill out nicely now. The other ones had places that were dying. I said it was diseased in my other video, but a lot of it, it was not something that would have killed the tree, but being too close to each other, it's just not good. And I kept the two in the back. That one, and I kept the one that was next to the end. So I took out the three in the middle and the one on the very end that was out there. And they separated it for me. They did all the cedar. That's the pile of cedar there. And then that's the pecan over there. So it's separated for me because the cedar, I can use that in pathways and stuff. It doesn't rot very, and it takes a long, long time. And this pecan will mulch down, and a lot of those chips I might be able to smoke with them, do smoking for barbecue, grilling. And then I'll walk around this way. I asked them to save me, the big sections that they could. They've got some out back, I believe. And then over there, some chunks. They put a couple there. And then I got all these over here. They'll move them for me, I'm sure. I'm probably going to have them put them over there on that concrete slab for me until I decide what all I can use them for. But that's cedar, cedar posts. So, and I kept this one on the end here. I think it'll fill out real nice, and it won't interfere with my buildings or anything. This sure opens up this side for me with a lot more Looks like a lot more usable space now. And I'll have a lot more sun right here as far as gardening goes in this area. Also, it opens me up for the possibility of using that side as an access to the back. I put a bunch of plants in here just to get them going from that I had dug up at my other place when I sold it. All these, and they are really coming out good. I'll be able to, they're not going to be very rooted down in there yet, so I'll be able to lift them and put them in another bed that I'll prepare first. And I am so thrilled that I do have apparently one little bit of my clump coming up. That's the clump and bamboo, and I put a lot of it in here, so I might be able to have more. I'll get that up and probably I'll put it in another little bed or something till I make sure I can get them going. But I'll do another bed and take all this out, and this gives me a large, once the tree's down, it'll be good access to the back of my property. I can always take that tree down if I want to, but I wanted better to leave something like that than to take it down, because you can't put it back. So, I can trim some branches up there, but even just to get into the backyard and go that way, and I'll be eventually building a little structure here. I might even use some of these cedar posts. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but I did find that local sawmill guy, and he can cut, his saw will do a width of up to 28 inches. So I asked him, just say, I think he said it's 40 cents a board foot. And if you don't know how to figure that, it's width in inches times length in inches times the thickness in inches, and then divide it by 144. And that gives you your board feet. And anyway, a piece like 28 inches by 48 inches by 2 inches thick would cost me $7.50 for him to plane it, cut it. So it's definitely reasonable. It's just a matter of getting the wood to him. I've got a 5x8 trailer here, so I can't carry much of a big piece, but yeah, I'm glad that they couldn't get to this yesterday, because I had not really made up my mind. I knew I wanted to at least bring the tree down to there and have that cut in maybe some kind of slabs or something that I could use, but I was going to have them just cut up this, for firewood, for smoking in the grill. But a lot of these cross sections, I might end up having some of that milled, maybe. I don't know for sure what I'm going to do. I'm thinking about it. And so you could give me some suggestions of what you think. I guess that's all. I'll do what I worked inside on the electrical stuff yesterday all day. Got quite a bit accomplished. I'll do that on another video.